JoeKingAudits here. Start again. No, I can't do it loud enough. Never mind. Sideboard just to get up as it were another. Let me get mic so I can talk a bit quieter. First, where's the first? I thought I got it out somewhere. Don't know if this will actually charge this. What am I doing again? Oh shit, where's my charge cable? Not there somewhere. Maybe. Got me a good charge cable. What am I looking for? Forgot. Microphone. God almighty, you fucking got the memory of a fish. So Doctor knows best is definitely not right. Doctor does not know best. I told my doctor I've got caught soon. I told it date. And I need to clear this infection up as fast as possible. Antibiotic pills cleans it up within days. And you've only got to take them for like 5 days or something. You know, and within 2 or 3 days, it's fucking cleared up. So I'm like, can't you just give me the antibiotics pills? And she goes, no, we don't give out antibiotic pills because the medical science says that if we keep giving you antibiotics, you're going to become immune to it. And then when like you need it badly, you're not going to be able to use it. I'm like, I'm 40 years old, man. You know, what better time to need it than now? You give it to me when I'm 20 years old, when I'm like fucking young and healthy. Now when I'm on death's door at 40, like when I'm like getting closer to death's door at 40 years old, you know, I've got an infection and you know, I just struggle with it. And then I go to pharmacy where they're supposed to like give me my medication, and they go, oh, we don't have that fucking type. And I'm like, oh great. Got to fucking struggle for more days. Great stuff. I'm like, can I get the prescription straight away? She's like, yep. You know, it's like straight away. Gonna do it now. Anything else you need? I'm like, oh no. Right. You want me to leave? Is that what you're saying? All right, see you later. Yeah. Like, I thought you were gonna like give me a prescription. I thought you were gonna write something out in the computer. You know, like. You know, do something. You haven't done jack shit. All you did was look in my ears and say, yeah, you've got discharge. I'm like, yeah. I told them that over the phone. You know, I could have told you that. Oh, but we took your blood pressure. Oh, no, she didn't even take my blood pressure. She took my temperature and my heart rate. Usually take my blood fresher every fucking time. Strange. I think she were incompetent. Seriously. I think she's trying to kill me. I think she's an Illuminati. She's trying to fucking kill me. I says, can I get a second opinion from a doctor today? And it's like, no, not today. Sorry. My fucking doctor back at the other place where I used to live. Give me whatever I want. You know, I never wanted anything. You know. It's like, we look back on your records and eardrops don't seem to work. Here, have some antibiotic tablets. You know, I've only took them twice for ear infections, ever. You know, and then my doctor says, just keep your ears out of water, don't go in swimming pools, don't use cotton buds, don't get soap in your ears. I think that's what does it with me, actually, is getting soap in my ears. Because I like my ears to be clean, man. Is it just me? I met this girl once. Well, I went out with this girl once. And she had fucking proper clean ears. You know, like, you don't realise how dirty your ears are until you meet someone with proper clean ears. Like, not just the outside, like behind here, in there, you know. No grease, no fucking. So what did she give you? Antibiotic drops. Like, literally, they don't work. I'm not even joking you. They literally don't work. I've had antibiotics more times. I've had antibiotic drops more times than I've had antibiotic pills. And they've failed more times than the pills. Maybe only by one, but or two. But you know, it's still fucking. You know what happens as well. Usually, my doctor goes, "You should go for a hearing test." And the shit, I didn't get the mic going there. It's because you like started asking me questions before I read it. I suppose I should have got it ready before I actually started live streaming. What am I on about? Yeah, my doctor always sent me for an eye test, my proper doctor. You know, my real doctor. Like, she's not a real doctor, she's just like, oh, you know, COVID science says you should stay in your house. Let's follow the guidelines. You know, who made science the law? Anyway. You know? Okay, she explained it to me why, you know, it's important not to take antibiotic pills. But that's why I want to take antibiotic pills now. Like, because they're more potent, and I've got caught in the next few days, man. I can't piss about. You know, I won't be able to hear anything. I'm going to call in sick to court. You know? I literally can't hear anything. This ear's got limited hearing. You know, the ear specialist says, you know, there's not much in it. But I'm not even joking yet. I can't hear anything. I don't know how I'm going to get through this court case. I'm just going to have to go, you're going to have to repeat yourself, like, over and over again, until, like, I can hear him. I wonder if I can like interrupt his statement and say, you know, I can't hear him. Because like, you know, I'm not representing myself, so I can't actually like interject without a good reason. So maybe like not being able to hear him is a good reason. Maybe I can get the court case postponed because I can't hear. Maybe I should ring court up and say, look, I'm fucking deaf, and the doctor won't give me fucking decent medication. It's not working. Why? Got to say all that again. Great. My mic's not working. I'm gonna have to ring court up and just say I can't hear. I need to postpone. Because like the one thing that's important is that I understand what's been said. That's the only thing that's important. You know, the prosecution don't need to hear what I've got to say unless they want to, like, you know, clarify something or ask me. Ask me more context about what I say. Cross-examination, that's the fucking word. So the only person that needs to hear what is said is me and my solicitor, of course, but mainly me. So if I'm incapacitated and unable to because like the first thing you say when you go to court is speak up so we can hear everything you say. So it's really important that stuff doesn't get misconstrued and they can hear everything you say. So if you're actually being prosecuted, I think it's actually more important that the offendant hears everything that is said. I mean, it can be transcribed and appealed against. What am I going to court for again? I forgot. Like, it's drunk and disorderly. I might actually get guilty for this one, to be honest. I might actually get guilty for this one. No, I won't get guilty for it because it's the police that said I were drunk and disorderly. Not the Yorkshire Water people, I think. Because the Yorkshire Water people, like, have to have said, I left them alone eventually. You know, I tried to like negotiate with them, and I was swearing and kicking off and getting angry, and if they said I were aggressive in any way, then they've lost basically because it tapped me on the shoulder, and then I tapped him on the shoulder, and it moved, it pushed me out of the way, like just ever so lightly. It's like, excuse me, he pushed me on the shoulder. So I bet he didn't fucking say that in it probably could have used reasonable force in that situation because I was just like stood right next to his door. But I won't being aggressive. He could have asked, he could have said, "Excuse me." You know what's funny? What I've noticed in like supermarkets, people just like if you get in people's way, they just stop and they're just like, and they give you a dirty look. They don't say "excuse me" anymore, or watch your back. One time I said "watch your back" to somebody, and he goes, "What do you mean watch your back? You watch your back, bro. I'm the big man." It was so fucking funny. I'm like, I was just telling you that I'm behind you because I thought you were gonna fucking walk backwards into me like a fucking idiot. I said I wasn't gonna swear on this live stream. How many times have I swore? No. Effing is not swearing. I mean, I don't mind swearing, but I can't use the C word. Probably not the B word. Female B word. Female dog. You can't even say bitch, even though it's a female dog. You can't say nigger. That Jonathan that I met today is like, I said to him, "What do you think about a white person saying the word nigger in this context? Can I say the word nigger asking a question if I can say the word nigger? Am I allowed? Because if not, then that's racist. Without a shadow of a doubt, that's racist. If I can't say the word nigger at all, just because I'm not black, well, it's not actually. Yeah, it's racist. Yeah, it is actually racist. That is actually racist. You know what's not racist? Using the word nigger. Yeah. Like, fuck you, nigger. Even that's not racist. You're just angry. You're just like, fuck off, man, It's just like, fuck off. You're just like, just like, fuck you, nigger. You can say it to white people. You can say fuck you, nigger to white people. Just like you can call men a fucking bitch. And they're not female dogs. And you can call women bitches. They're not female dogs. You know, it's exactly the same. And to say otherwise is racist. Only against white people. Because white people are only ones that can't see it. You know? Like, you know, if a black man's going, fuck you, nigger, to another black man, you know, it's fine. But, you know, a white person says it, racist, stab him up. There's other words as well. I mean, you know, if you criticize gay people, you're a fucking homophobe. You know, if you criticize trans people, you're a homophobe. A trans, what the fuck do you call them? What do you call phobia of transsexuals? It's not like transphobia. Transphobia. Jesus. Got there in the end. There's no such thing as transphobia. Nobody's scared of fucking trans people. Yeah. I know it's not just scared. Well, actually, it is just scared. You know, in the English in the English dictionary, in the Oxford English Dictionary, if there was such a word, which, you know, I don't even know if that'll be in Oxford English Dictionary at this point. What did I say? Transphobia. Transphobia. Actually, it probably will be in English Dictionary because there's probably more than 1 million people that are trans in the world, so at least all of them are gonna just say everybody's transphobic. It's like when you're a feminist, you know, all men are chauvinistic. Like whenever there's a feminist, you know, all men are chauvinistic. Like it's part and parcel of being a feminist. I mean, all right, there's rare exceptions, but you know, mostly. So, like, what's funny is my doctor felt like explaining everything about ear infections over again, just because she said, "Oh, you know, I don't want to have an argument about it, but my decision is you need to try the eardrops first." And I'm like, why? Because the antibiotics are more expensive and I'm on benefits and, you know, I'm not allowed expensive medication that fucking works. And she's like, no, it's because, let me get the internet page up that tells you the roadmap of like what like things you should try. I'm like, that's not even a like a, what are they called? Fucking literally medical journal. It's not even a medical journal. It's basically some bureaucrat that goes, COVID's happening, lock you in your house. You know? This is what doctors don't understand, man. I mean, yeah, they're probably bound by policies like the police. But fucking police don't follow policies. No. When it's in best interest of the public, you know, I wouldn't expect the police to follow policies. You know? If somebody's like freaking, I don't know, gone mental and chucking stones everywhere, but he's not hitting anybody, is that a reason to tase him or shoot him? To stop someone from dying? Probably. I'd rather, if I went crazy, I'd rather be shot, to be honest. Yeah. I don't want to hurt nobody. Definitely not. Unless I'm defending myself. Like, you know, if I'm defending myself and I hurt somebody, that's your fault. Sorry. But yeah. Because what happens when you hurt someone? You make them angry. And then fight or flight. And you don't know your own strength, man. You literally don't have a clue about your own strength in them situations. Like, you don't even think about it. Yeah. Prime example, them kids snowballing me. They're about, I don't know. There were about 5 kids around me. 2 in a line. And then maybe 6. Yeah. One guy pulled me down by my bag. And I had a big bag of heavy shopping, so I just went down like a sack of shit. It's a good job I didn't fucking smash any of the bottles. I would have smashed his brain in. No, I wouldn't have, like, I didn't have, like, any reason to, punch somebody, to be honest. Although I did try to punch one of them. I didn't really have a reason to try and punch him. But he were actually being aggressive. He had his fists up and everything, so, but I missed. And then he fucking realised that, you know, I'm in business. And then he backs off. And then I herded them all into, like, the corner, like a cattle of sheep. You know, people didn't see this on camera. You know? I wish I could have got it all on camera. Because, like, you know, it was scarier than you'd think, you know? It's like, oh, you know, JoeKingAudits is fucking scared of a bunch of kids. If you just saw what I saw, man, you'd be scared as well. You know, I don't pretend to be a tough guy. I'm crap at fighting. I'm crap at fighting. I don't even know it. But the fights that I've had, I've learned how to punch. That's about it. And kick. And run. And, like, you know, escape out of situations by whatever means necessary. That's why I got no further action with the police. Because I de-escalated the situation by defending myself against a tyrant. Police officer. I love it. I love it the way they say, you know, assault by battery of an emergency worker. Who are it now? Somebody asked me a question. I'm like my solicitor. My solicitor rings me up and goes, "What happened to the assault by battery of an emergency worker?" This is out with no further action. And she goes, "Oh, you know, I've been trying to contact them for ages and they won't fucking get back to me." And I'm like, "Yeah, I had to go to a police station to actually find this out from a different charge." And she went, "Oh, what you like charged for now?" And then, you know, tell her drunkenness all out. And I said to her, like, who gets like no further action from kicking a police officer and admitting it in interview? She's like, "I know." I'm like, "What do you mean, no?" I expected some more. I'm like, you know, have you ever heard of that before? Has anybody not been to court for kicking a police officer? I mean, it wasn't actually a kick. I just pushed him with my foot when he walks into it. You know, so like, you know, I knew it was fucking self-defense. I used reasonable force as well. I didn't bloody get all freaking crazy and, you know, smash my head into the wall and scrape all my head against the wall and, you know, cause me actual grievous bodily harm. Cause the police officer grievous bodily harm. I just pushed him with my foot because I had a bottle in one hand and a phone in the other hand. It's like people don't even understand that as well. Like auditors, you know, we've got a phone in one hand, we've got one hand to defend ourselves. And 2 feet, basically handicap in defending ourselves. It's like punching someone in the back of the head or something, you know. It's like we're already handicapped and we don't want to fight because we're recording everything that we're doing. And people know it, so they're just like, "Oh, fucking knock your lights out." Who was that guy that did a like not an audit of Bradford, but like a walk around Bradford? Like one of the famous auditors, I can't remember. I don't know if they were an auditor. Because they didn't audit anything. They just took pictures of shit. They're just like a bloody sightseer. And I'm like, yeah, you know, all right, they were recording forwards all the time. They were just walking past people. You know, they didn't ask no questions. They didn't like. Find anything interesting. It's like, you know, Bradford's a great place, actually. You know, I have no problems. Yeah, he actually did talk to some people, I think. Can't remember what I think you're on a bike. Push push back. Was there? Maybe it was. Yeah, he had like Google Maps and he's like, trying to find this place. I can't find it. Frick, where is YouTube? I haven't seen any of his videos been recommended for a while. What am I on about again? Oh, police. Like I saw want to sue him just because he was so aggressive with me. You know? For some reason he thinks he can push people about. You know, I mean, you can get away with it once with JoeKingAudits. Like, you know, but like, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't even recommend once. You know, getting too close, I pushed that security guard out of my face. In fact, I might use that in court. I might actually use that in court and go. Previously, when a police officer pushed me, he got right in my face like this, and then he pushed me, and then he came at me again, and I kicked him, and I got arrested, fucking scratched all my face up, and you know, the photographer took pictures of all my injuries, and then I got no further action, and you're like in my face after this happened after. Did it happen after? Or did it happen before? Yeah, it must have happened after. Did it? Yeah, it did. Actually, regardless of whether it happened after, you know, I still do the same thing, even though. Okay, I probably didn't actually send me like the court papers about pressing charges against that until after the police incident. That's a good point. But you know, like regardless, you know, it's like the point still remains. You know, I do the same thing in any situation like that. You know, the security buffoon were lucky. Because you know, I used less force than necessary. You know, I could have used more force in that fucking situation. Like I don't even have to like tell them to step back. You know, I don't even have to warn them. You know, nobody does. Like an act of aggression is a crime. So you know, and walking into someone's private space is an act of aggression. There's no need for it. We're having a discussion. Okay, he said you're bad, but you know, I didn't say I wasn't going to leave. I said I was going to leave. You know, I tried to de-escalate the situation by saying yes, I will leave, but I want to go that way. And he's like, not allowed. And he got closer and closer. And never said I wasn't going to leave. You know, if it'd give me like some time. Plus, I didn't even have to leave. You know, and like, you know, like. Unless I refuse to leave, that's the only time he can go hands on. And I didn't refuse to leave. So I refused to leave the way he told me to leave. But, you know, I didn't refuse to leave. I don't even know what's going through his head. I find it like, what's he going to get out of it? What's he going to sue me for? Money that I ain't got or something like, is he pissed off because I made him lose his job? Like what? You know, is it just? We'll find it all out in court, I suppose. I've got many reasons that I didn't want him in my face. One, I'm a germaphobe. You know, I don't like getting diseases from other people. Every time I come in contact with other people, I get a cold, I get cold sore. Also, I get flu, COVID. You know, every time I get a girlfriend, I get a cold straight away. I'm not even joking you. I mean, it's not like a bad thing because it just means you can spend all day and night in bed with your girlfriend, which is pretty fucking cool to be honest. It's like it was designed that way. But you know, when a security guard gets too close to you and is speaking this close in your face, I could feel the spit coming out of his mouth. And I'm a germaphobe. And not only that, just walking towards me like that is aggression. And another thing, I was stood still, I wasn't showing any aggression, and I was trying to walk like, you know, parallel to him until he started to. I was walking away. I said hello as I was walking, and I was just passing through. And you know, I was recording him on the way I passed. You know, he didn't even say, you know, you're not allowed to film this time, which is like unusual. Actually, did it? He might have done. Actually, did he say not allowed? I don't think he did. He just said it's private property and you're not welcome here. You have to leave or something. That's all they said. I got an email from Ledger Exchange. I can't remember what it said now. Oh, shit, the computer's not. Have I done this email on live stream? That'll be a good highlight. I've actually got some videos as well, but you know they're not very interesting. We're in a bit of a rush. But it is it is actually quite interesting. Oh shit! I didn't make a highlight of that. I lost. There's like refugee apartments. You know, they're all black, and there were one woman with kids. You know, because you've got to have a woman with kids, just one. You know, just to say, you know, it's not all men. You know, we don't just import men over. So put a woman with kids in there. It might be a family. She seemed like she was alone. That's one thing that the immigration policy didn't count for. Third world countries and poorer countries, they don't have anything else to occupy their time other than having a child. You know, if you want to be a good man, you work and you have a child. That's about all you can do, and then you still can't afford anything to do. You can't afford a TV. You know, like you see like Indians and like loads of countries, like people, they've got like a shitty phone, you know, and that's their entertainment and TV, and the internet don't work because there's just too many people backing it up, and then they use the technology to scam people. Scam the Western world, but I don't know if they'll scam. I mean, they will be scamming out now. Scam bloody. They'll go to door to door. Right. You know, we can. I don't know, tidy your house for a small fee. You know, take half the money, deposit, and then just not even do it. I'm sure that happens. It happens in England as well. So. Yeah, like I don't understand builders. You know, they give you a quote, right, and then they say, you know, any extra materials or extra work that needs to be done along the way. You know, I'm not carrying on the job unless you decide you're going to want to pay for it. You know, once you dig up the foundations and the foundations are cracked, so you've got somebody's like took a beam out of your house is going to fall down. That's what happened at my house actually. Somebody cowboy builder. Eric. I don't know, it's Holt. Eric Holt. Yeah, I don't know his second name. He was a chain smoker. Yeah, I'm pretty much a chain smoker right now. I chill out. I have binges and then I chill out, but you know, Eric Holt. He chain smokes, right? And like he walks around and everything's his ashtray, plant pots, which you know it's not that bad. But he puts coffee grounds in there. The one plant she killed with coffee grounds, I can't remember what bloody plant it was. It wasn't the rubber plant tree thing. Actually, it might have been the rubber tree. It had them big oval shaped leaves of the plant. I can't remember what tree it was. In a big plant pot. The edges started to dry out like it was dehydrating. And I'm like, yep, told you, coffee dehydrates you. And it doesn't. It can't. It's impossible. Yeah. It's literally impossible for coffee to dehydrate you. Because I mean, there is no thing as dehydration anyway, to be honest. But dehydration just means that if you're dehydrated, it just means you'll have other conditions that stem from dehydration. You know, dehydration does not kill you. You don't die from dehydration. They might put on your birth certificate, you know, died from dehydration in the desert, because you know your body will eat itself, your cells will shut down, your muscles will atrophy, you know, your immune system will be put on pause. You'd literally go insane before you actually died. It literally, you'd go into a state of shock before you died. Not even because you're shocked by anything, just because you just wouldn't know who you are anymore. Like a stroke is where your body like freezes everything. Freezes freezes your brain, so you don't get the electrical impulses to keep your heart going, I guess. So are you actually dying from a stroke, or are you dying from some sort of other parable? What's the word? I can't remember words anymore. I've become less articulate with time somehow. Variable, other variable. Jesus Christ, you're going from some other variable. couldn't even think of a different word to like substitute apart from thing, which would be fine. Any other disease, medical condition, that's a good word. We use condition. I think of any other words. So you're actually dying from a heart attack or a stroke, you know. What causes a heart attack? Lazy. Your body's too struggling to pump body. Let's pump blood around its body because your arteries are clogged up, or you're not getting enough oxygen. Actually, maybe it's not oxygen. You're not getting enough oxygen to your muscles, and then your muscles are like taking a lot of energy, and that's like tiring you out. I think I might die from a heart attack. Well, I think I might die from a stroke actually. Apparently my blood pressure's fine and everything's fine for my age, you know. I don't trust the freaking doctors anyway. I should have asked her how much my heart rate was. I think I remember seeing 80, 89. I think I remember seeing 89. I think they're actually quite high. Is it 89? I can't remember. I think 7 is good for a younger person than me. 7 odd. What else did she do? Heart rate, and she didn't even do arm thing. Well, I get the arm thing done regular in prison, so that's alright. Jail. Cells. Blood pressure, that's what you call that. Like cancer does not actually kill you, you know. Cancer just takes out of your immune system, and then your body just gives up, or it like pushes against vital organs. A tumour pushes against vital organs, or your cells don't have the necessary energy to rejuvenate. Even that don't kill you. It's like, you know, it's like you don't actually die from anything. You don't die from a heart attack. You know, you die from what caused the heart attack. You know, blocked arteries, too many drugs, you know, whatever, too much coffee, too many Red Bulls. You know, you don't die from a heart attack. You die from what caused the heart attack. You know, we just go heart attack. You don't die from COVID. COVID just takes it out of your immune system until you die, until your immune system gives up, and you give up battling because you're just like exhausted from battling an unbeatable disease in your condition. What other diseases have we got? Brain diseases. You don't die from brain diseases. Oh, actually, you do die from brain diseases. What am I talking about? Well, you don't actually die from brain diseases. Stephen Hawking, he had cerebral palsy. Is it? Or did he have a different disease? Yeah, he had one then. You don't actually die. Actually, you do die from cerebral palsy, don't you? No, you don't actually die from cerebral palsy. People with like disabilities live less years than everybody else. People with cerebral palsy, like Stephen Hawking, how old were he? 40? 50? They weren't that old. So I wonder what took it out of him. Just the lack of exercise. It was skinny as well, you know. So he's sat in a wheelchair all day, and he can't exercise. You'd think his brain power would warrant him actually eating extra food to fuel his brain capacity. So you'd be fatter because when you urinate and take a dump, you know, you drain necessary minerals from that food that you've eaten, but you reserve the fat. So to say we're quite skinny, very skinny, is that's a testament to his resilience and intelligence. That he can just go, you know, I'm not going to get fat. I might be stuck in a wheelchair, but I'm not going to get fat. I wonder if he did any exercise, Stephen Hawking. Should we actually research that? Right, I've got anything. I've got something else to do. What else? What else am I supposed to do? I turned the computer on for a reason. I've got to do them highlights, but something else. I forgot. I wanted to research something. I think it was about the security buffoon. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you that email. To read that email out. I think I've already done it on live stream, but you know, I'll do it again. I'll make a highlight of it this time. Sure. You know what it is, right? It's SIA license. Asking it about the SIA license is boring. You know. That's why the security buffoon video didn't do very well. Because like the only like reason I were there recording them security guards the way it looked is because I was bothered about his SIA license not being on display. And you know, although I did edit it to show what I were actually interested in. When he told kids to like go piss off and you know play over there, you know that's what riled me up. Like they've literally got them squirt guns from the bowling place, and that security guard were like You know, there's a big pile of grass over there. Go over there. That's exactly what he said. And we were just like, so they've spent a load of money in bowling. The parents probably give them. And then, you know, they've run out of money and they've come out and played in this bloody place. And you're like, oh, you might spray some adults with water. Yeah. I mean, that is actually assault, spraying somebody water. But who's gonna sue you for that? You know, like the snowball thing. You know, you know, it's just a snowball. But you know, like that were different. It wasn't just a snowball. It was like a load of kids being aggressive with snowballs. And then I actually got assaulted because they pulled me down by my bag, one of them. So, yeah, that was actually completely different. And they were surrounding me, and trying to intimidate me, and walking towards me. Yeah. And they didn't let me chuck snowballs back, you know. Didn't give me a chance. It wasn't a snowball fight. It were a bloody snowball massacre. Yeah, let's read that bloody. Can I find it? How do you spell leisure? Found it. Found it. One email. Alice Sheldon. That's PR admin. No, PM admin. Public manager admin. MCR. What all that stands for. Shall I ask her what does PM and MCR stand for? What do you think MCR stands for? Manager coordination representative. I bet it's coordination. I bet the C is coordination. You know a word that's not used very often with women? Premenstrual tension. Anymore. You know, people have forgot about that. Well, actually, you know, I've never seen a lot of people go. You know, you're on your period or what? You know, I think I said it to that Christine, that police officer that was like shouting all the time. Oh no, I didn't say it to her face actually. I know it was somebody on live stream. You know, I think somebody on live stream said like, "Is she on a period?" Oh no, because I wasn't live streaming. That was maybe it was a comment. This is not the full email. And that's what I've sent. And how do you spell leisure? LEI. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Sorry. Maybe I just search for Alice Sheldon. Oh no, she passed it on to someone else, I think. Maybe it was Sounds. Here we go. To whomever this may concern, this is what I wrote. I had 2 videos of your security buffoons. His channel, one of his channel, one of them's channel is, I don't know how to speak English. Trained to Change, but I refer to him as buffoon. Is that all I wrote? No. He is now threatening me with legal action and criminal action via my YouTube comments for filming his actions in his role as a security guard outside Cineworld in Bradford. While I was trying to walk through. I have had 2 incidents with a security guard, and all I'm doing is filming in public. Filming in a public place for my safety. He said property. He said this was private property. Did I not read this back? And asked me to leave for no other reason than I'm filming. Here is the links to my videos. Could you please take a look and respond? I think the security guard needs disciplining and retraining. Also, SIA license policy says they have to have the SIA license on display and visible when dealing with the public for safety. I would like you will see from the videos and comments. Also, telling me not to film is legally unlawful. No, it should just be unlawful, as filming is a right in this country. What fucking right is it? Freedom of expression. Plus encouraging, I should have typed that. Plus encouraging this may put people in danger if they are told not to film and they need an independent witness that doesn't lie in the form of a camera for altercations that might happen in public. Here are the links to the videos. And I put his his comment. You are hereby ordered to remove this video. It was taken on private property without my consent. If you do not, then you will be contacted legally and sued. That's what Train to Change said. In fact, it changed his YouTube name after that. Straight after that. To Train to Change Renaissance Man. I probably got him a few extra subscribers. Where's the thanks, you know? Put him on YouTube and I got him some extra subscribers. Probably not the subscribers that he was wanting, you know. I don't think anyone's had anything good to say about Train to Change on my live streams. No, they all just laugh most of the time. Laughing. I need some paracetamols. Yeah. We got one ready already. Shut up. Yeah. What? Got beer in. Got beer. The chances. That's not it. I think it's just I've been mixing different beers. probably doesn't help that I was awake since 3 o'clock this morning, 2 o'clock yesterday morning, sorry. Oh shit, we've been up 24 hours. Well, I've been up 24 hours. Joined the streak took the Snowball Massacre. I didn't even get a chance. Literally didn't even get a chance. Like, they weren't even playing fair, you know. Like, I would try to get away. I would try to put a distance between us. And they surrounded me in an arc on one side, 180 degrees almost. And like every time we were like backing off, they just kept coming towards me and surrounding me more. And got behind me and pulled me down my bag. I didn't even have a chance to pick up a snowball. And then I had like 5 people around me, 6 people around me, and like I just like they're all, I don't even know what they were doing, like grabbing me. They were all like around me, like pushing me down, but they weren't kicking me or anything. Well, there might have been one kicking me, but I didn't really feel anything. You know, because kids are bloody soft. Like, kids love to fight, but they don't put full effort in. They're just like, they love to fight, but they don't want to fight. So they're just like, you know, they just tap you with the foot, or you know, like, you know, they don't punch very hard, which I suppose, you know, it's a good thing. But what am I on about? I was lucky not to bloody punch one of them. I kept saying, you know, don't come near me. Don't come near me. One of them, you know, he got too cocky. He got within punching range, and I was just like, you know, maybe if I, you know, fight back a little bit. I'm so glad I didn't fucking connect with that punch. Seriously. So glad. It worked. Just throwing a punch, even though I missed. Just throwing a punch, like fucking knocked them all off balance, and I were able to put a bit of distance in between them. So yeah, I don't know if I'd be justified in a court of law if I'd have connected with that punch. Because it were an all out punch, you know. It wasn't no fucking no bloody pussy ass punch. Let's put it that way. Freaking followed through with all my body weight. I nearly fell over. I'm joking. It just shit the pants. I mean, I'd shit my pants if JoeKingAudits tried to punch me. You know, I wouldn't want fucking JoeKingAudits to punch me. No chance. I mean, you know, I know what I'm like though, but even like, you know, when I were bullied, well, I wasn't bullied in school. Yeah, well, I was bullied in school, but like there was this guy called Peter Austin, and like we're playing rugby. Like he used to lash his hands about as he was running. So it's like you get close to him, he punches you in the face. So like you go into shock. And you can't tackle him properly because you've been whacked in the face by his fists, and I'm like saying to the teacher, I'm like, that's got to be a foul, man. Teacher's like, what did he do? And I was like, he punched me in the face. I don't think the teacher said, I didn't see it. I think he saw it, but it was just like, it's just a bit of fucking rough and tumble, you got to get on with it. It just looked like he broke the tackle, you know. I didn't grab him, but like, he got away because I just got shocked. But and like, did you not see him flailing his arms about? That's you can't go around doing that. How would you look? Like, if I had fucking rugby ball and I was just going like this, plowing through people, is that all right? Waving my fist around, because that's what he were doing. But he were doing it backwards. He were fucking doing this with his fist. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I still went for a tackle there. It was a slowish runner as well. I could have just fucking, got in front of him and just like, stop there, you stupid idiot. Well, like when you're a kid, you're just like, I've got a rugby tackling. And, you didn't really have to do that. You could just get alongside him and just shoulder barge him out of there. Something like that. I won't want fastest in my class. Well, actually, I was one of the fastest in my class. We were only about. Actually, there were nobody faster than me in my class. I don't think. No, can't think of anybody that might have been faster than me in my class. But there were people in faster than me in my year. I was more of a long distance runner. I mean, Peter Austin wasn't even in my class. We had a sports college, and there used to be like, I don't know, 60 people. There were two classes in one class. You had to have two teachers. Well, actually, they split us up most of the time. Like football or hockey or rugby. Actually, they only had two teachers there. I don't know what the rest of us did. It was just training routines mainly. We did have like a little game most of the time. I don't know what everybody else did. Actually, they probably had like multiple games going at once because we had like multiple fields. Like our PE teacher actually were obsessed with cardio. Like the main PE teacher obsessed with cardio. He was just like everything we do, we had to be running all the time. And just about every exercise that were like fucking running or jumping on the spot or fucking running backwards and forwards or running at a defender, an attacker. Dribbling, like it would dribble, then sprint, kick the ball and then sprint, and then control it, bring it round the fucking cone. It wasn't just dribble, at first it was, but once everybody got the hang of dribbling. Everybody knew how to dribble. We used to play football at break time with a tennis ball. And Mum used to kick off like something rotten. She's like, "Your shoes are broken, you've had 3 pairs of shoes this year. How do you do it?" I'm playing football with a tennis ball, but teachers won't let us play with the football because other kids might get knocked on head with a football or something. Teachers can't bloody regulate it. There isn't enough teachers to regulate it, so they let us play with a tennis ball. They were going to ban the tennis ball as well. They were going to ban the tennis ball football. Can't remember why they were going to ban it. In fact, I think they did ban tennis ball football, but we just carried on. They banned loads of shit in my school. Well, they didn't ban it. They literally banned running, but they didn't say we're not banning running. They just like sat us all down and went, don't be running through people, or don't be like, I don't know what to say now. Yeah, don't be running through people or something. Yeah, they did say banning running. Because, fucking kids, I don't know, like a game, just like, because there were loads of people in our school, man, our playground at lunchtime was, like, packed, like, all everywhere. You had your smokers in one corner, and there were a big gang of them. And like there were just little gangs like plotted about everywhere, and people just used to like run, like do slalom around people for entertainment. Because the band would it tennis ball football. You know what was funny? I'm like, "Can I play?" And they go, "No." And I'm like, "Oh." It's like I used to just watch, right? And the ball used to come to me, and then I'm like, "Get it off me, come on, get it off me." So I became a proper good defender just doing that. So I just position myself where I think the ball's gonna come. I'm like, "Joe, you're not playing, You're not even on a team." I'm like, I'm on both teams, Both of you, like none of you can get ball off of me. They couldn't do anything. What are they gonna do? Grass me up to the teacher. JoeKingAudits is better than us, and he gets the ball all the time. That'd be funny. We used to play, I don't know how many players there must have been. We were a big court though. Like we must have played like 15 aside at sometimes. But like eventually they'd let me play once they realised they were okay at football. My teacher says that you're a good defender. Like you want to come join the team. I'm like, yeah, go on then. Why not? And I want sub bench all the first match. Well, most of the first match. Did it go through extra time? No, it can't run through extra time. I feel like it went through extra time, and then I got to come on. I were a defender, right? I used to get ball. I were fucking right centre defence. I used to get ball and I used to fucking like run down wings. Sometimes I get tackled and sometimes I'd just pass it on and then I'd run back. Like this one time, right? I passed it to this guy and just kept running. And he goes, "You're offside." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but you should have passed it back to me, And he's like, "You're a defender." Well, I didn't say you're a defender, but that's what he meant, You're a defender, go back, Like, I'm not passing it to you, you're a defender. And I'm like, I was through, man. If you'd have just passed it before we were offside. I didn't fully understand the offside rules back then. I was basically in fucking, like, goal. I ran all the way down that fucking sideline and then ran in towards goalkeeper and I passed it to a guy and then just like kept running forward between these two defenders and I'm like, why didn't you just pass it, I didn't even say no. I was just like, once I'd got to the goal line, I just stopped still and I was just like, pass it, And he's like, you're offside, and I'm like, you should have passed it fucking earlier. Well, I didn't actually know that I was offside. I didn't understand the offside rule, but when I look back on it, if it had just 1-2, it would have been perfect. But no, not allowed. I've literally got too much stuff in my room, but I use most of it. Actually, I don't use that box. I don't use that lampshade. I don't understand lampshades. You've got the shade that blocks the light from. You know, so you don't have to look at it directly. But what I do is put it in a strategic position where it shines towards the wall and reflects the light from behind the thing that you look at, which is my TV. In fact, I need to put my TV back on dark mode. I don't know why it's on light mode. Can't you have Google? Can't you have Gmail on dark mode? I don't like white light. I don't know who decided to have white as for writing. A white background. It just like burns your eyes. There must be a better colour. Like a softer colour. I can understand if you're writing like a novel, you've got to concentrate on every word. But what would be a softer colour? It's got a bit of colour at the sun. Like orange and black. I don't know about that. That seems a bit difficult. Green. Green and white. White writing. Red, yellow, pink and green. Orange and purple. Purple's red and blue. Blue's quite a lethargic colour. Dark red is I hate blue. I don't like the colour blue. I don't know why. I used to like blue jeans, but like, and then I looked at myself in the mirror, and just I don't feel like I suit blue jeans. I don't feel like I suit red jeans as well, but like I like it. I like red. It's like poker, like you put your chips in to tell people what your intentions are. You put like a load of chips in, that means you've got 2 aces. Or you check when you've got 2 aces when there's less players, because you want them to bet to pump up the pot. Colours are a bit like that, I think. You know, red just like shows what I intend to be like, and you know, I don't know what I intend to be like. I just intend to be a strong, confident person, and I'm not strong. I'm not confident, but when I'm doing YouTube, that's what I'm trying to achieve. It actually works quite good today. I should have made a video on that. Like I've got a new thing to say when they go, "What's your name?" Although I can't carry me. No, maybe I shouldn't do that. What's a like an illegal thing to carry? That you might have a reason to carry just to get it home. A bottle of beer. You know, I'm doing it all the time. You know, I do it all the time. You need like some like I need something to make them want to come to my house. What would that be? I told that police officer all this anyway. I had to think about it for a second. Like, do I want to give my name to this police officer, knowing full well they know who I am, and they're probably keeping track of me? I shouldn't have actually told them. They want your name just to like check if you're wanted, because they're like, I don't know why they do it. They always ask for your name, don't they? They're obsessed with it. I think they just ask for your name just in case you do anything bad. And they just always expect the worst. Maybe he wanted to see himself on YouTube. Like, what's your name so I can track you down on YouTube? Wonder actually it comes up if I type in my name on YouTube. Watch out, I'm on YouTube. I'm guessing it's not me. I sort of want to change my name to my name. What it is, right, is I like my privacy. But I also I also like, without being narcissistic, I also want my name to go along with my actions. If you understand what I mean. I'm not ashamed of anything that I do. Well, actually, I am ashamed of something. Yeah, I'm definitely ashamed of some things. I did make a mistake. I shouldn't even fucking throw a punch at that kid. You know, like that's quite funny as well. Like, I feel like I were out of order with what I did to the Yorkshire Water people. But I don't think I did anything wrong that deserves a criminal record. Yeah. And I think I had a good enough reason to be angry, even though it wasn't just based on his like fault, his like it wasn't based on what he did wrong, the Yorkshire Water guy. Solely, I mean, it was solely his fault. Why I was pissed off. Is there room away? What, you know, like, I just noticed people parking on pavement, and you know, I've got to like slalom on the pavement, or like sometimes just walking road. It's like, I'm not even bothered about walking in road. It's just the fact that I've got to go around someone's car that's on pavement, whereas I could just walk in a straight line. Yeah. Okay, if I notice it a bit earlier, you know, then I can like plan my route to find a way around. I think that's what pissed me off with that fucking Yorkshire Water guy. Like, I planned my route to cross over onto the other pavement, thinking they've left enough room to get round their van. And then they were all fucking overhanging trees, and I'm 6'3", and I'm like, as soon as I saw it, I was just like, I went across the road on purpose because I needed to cross the road anyway. And there were a car parked on a corner, so I just thought, you know, I'll just cross the road now. And then, like, Yorkshire Water van's there. And I could have gone, like, round on the road. I could have gone round the van on the road. I was just, like, pissed off from that car that was parked in the corner. I'm just like, and then there's a guy in the bloody van. So I just had to say something. And I was just like, this is the last straw. So I'm like recording. I'm like, how much space have you left for pedestrians to get through? And I'm like, oh, there's plenty of space. And then I'm like, oh, but there's overhanging trees, so I've got to bend down. Like, I made a point of like going, you parked on pavement, I've got to walk like it's hunchback of Notre Dame. Thanks to you. Cheers, mate. I've only got arthritis, don't worry about me. My argument is, well, my question is, why were they there? Because they weren't like builders or anything. They were there to do a survey of like what needs to be done. That they were getting information about the layout, and like they were just there to like look at what needs to be done. And when I got there, he were eating his lunch or his supper. He were eating. He were on a break, looking at Facebook, I think, on his computer. He's actually got like a full on iPad or something like in his car, and he can basically just do personal things on it as well. And as soon as I got there, I'm like, move your car. You're just on Facebook eating your lunch. You don't need to be on pavement. You're like, just leave me to do my job. And his job is to do a survey of the road, so he didn't actually need to be on the pavement. Like, if he needed to be on the pavement, he's got to like put a sign up saying, pedestrians go on the other pavement. And like cones blocking the area off. But there were no roadblock. It was parked on pavement, so that means like he wanted to do work on the road. Or he was just parked on the pavement because everybody parks on pavement. So my argument's justified. Whether my I don't know. I wouldn't even say it were aggressive. It were angry, but it wasn't aggressive. I won't say like, I'm going to to smash your face in. You know, like, in fact, even you weren't aggressive. So drunk and disorderly, I don't think I was drunk and disorderly. I think I was quite articulate in what I wanted. And I gave like valid reasons. I explained why it's important, even though it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, like why it's important to like set a good example about how to park. You know, kids on the driving test. Do you get a minor? Do you get a fail if you mount the curb? Like, if you touch the curb, you'll probably get a minor. If you mount the curb, I don't know, is that a fail? And yet everybody, like, probably more than 75%, you know, probably more than 75% of people park on pavement. Like, I really don't get it, you know, because like in a residential area, you're supposed to go what, 20 miles an hour max. So like if you park on the road, you know, you can get one car through, and you know you go 20 mile an hour, so you've got time to like see what's ahead of you and act accordingly because you're only going 20 miles an hour max. So you only really need enough room for one car and some parking spaces every now and again just to pull over and let a car through. Yeah, like I'm sure it's annoying for drivers, but most of the time you get in a pinch situation anyway. Well, there's one driver that actually parks on the road. So you've got to slow down and stop, or try to squeeze through, and then end up stopping because you tried to squeeze through, and you know, like none of you can get through, and like just take it slow, and you know, like in England, you don't live far away from a main road. You know, like you can take it slow in the residential areas. Take your time, and then you're on the main road. It's just plain sailing unless there's traffic. Like the roads in England, in Bradford, just like flow most of the time. If there's an accident, you go back the way you came and you go like round on a different road. There's just roads everywhere. So it's always moving. So I don't understand why like they can't just chill out in residential areas. Just like one car. If you can get one car through on a road in a residential area, that's good enough. There's always going to be like one space that's open for you because people go to work when everyone's driving. You know, if you go out driving at silly o'clock at night, you know, there's nobody driving, so you can get through anyway. You only need one car space to get through. So, like, I don't understand why they park on pavement. I don't want my car to get damaged, so I'll park on pavement, make it easier for drivers. I think it makes it harder. You know? Because then two cars are trying to get through and misjudge it, and if you can only get one car through, everybody knows, you know, you can only get one car through here, so I better watch out. It'd actually be safer as well, probably. For everybody. It wouldn't even be any slower because you can only go 20 mile an hour. Most of the time you can get through. And, you know, if there's another car coming, then you've got to bloody slow down anyway. So if you just left one car through, you've got to like you can go 20 mile an hour and then slow down for a car. So it's exactly the same, but it's actually safer. You know, I don't know. It just makes sense. If I had a car, you know, I'd pride myself on parallel parking. I'd pride myself on my parking. You know, I'd be doing the best possible manoeuvres that I can do. Just to show everyone, you know, like I'm a pretty good driver, you know. And I respect the rules, and most of the time I don't respect the rules, but driving, you know, everybody drives, so there's a lot of people that drive. So all the fucking court cases for driving, they've all been done, and they've made all the rules necessary to that's reasonable, because it's happened so many times because there's that many drivers. You know, so like, you know, parking on a pavement is not allowed. It's not allowed for a reason, because there's so many drivers that have parked on a pavement and fucking made it dangerous for somebody. Or, you know, I think it actually makes it more dangerous, parking on a pavement. If somebody comes at 50 miles an hour and hits a car at 50 miles an hour, how fast max speed does the stationary car go? You know, 50 miles an hour. Like on impact, that car is moving at 50 miles an hour. The only thing that stops it is the car reducing its speed because of its mass. Stopping it at impact at 50 miles an hour. So, you know, it might be like 49.9 on impact. I mean, it'll be like, if you like, You know, like the first millisecond, as soon as you hit it, the other car, it's going 50 miles an hour. And if you're parked on a pavement, and you hit a car going 50 miles an hour, that car's going 50 miles an hour towards a pedestrian, and they've got less room for that car to slow down. And they've got walls and gates and fences to get crushed up against. And not only that, you're closer to the car. So when it hits you, it's going to be going faster than if it were on the road. Plus, if it's on the road and you crash into a car, your wheels are going to jack up against the curb and stop the car more. You know, you probably have more damage because the curb's going to jack you up. But, you know, that's your own fault for crashing at 50 miles an hour into a parked car. If somebody's going to crash into someone, they're going to crash into you on a pavement or on a road. Like, I literally don't understand the mentality of people. Everybody puts the wheelie bin out the wrong way around, which you know, like that makes me. Like I don't understand why everybody does it though. You know, I can understand, you know, everybody puts it that way around. So maybe it's supposed to go that way around. But like, you know, like, there's not one person that have thought, oh, the wheelie bin men are going to come towards the curb, so the wheels should be facing outwards towards the van, so they can pick it up. And plus, you know, like they make it more difficult for themselves. They wheel it out to the curb, and then do a C manoeuvre, and then put it to the edge of the curb the wrong way around, rather than just like pulling it straight to edge at curb. Like I don't get it. Like mass formation psychosis, or just everybody's dumb. One day I actually made a point of like turning everybody's wheelie bin around so it faced the right way. And then I think I forgot to take my wheelie bin out. No, I might not have. I forgot some. I think I forgot to take the bin out. I was supposed to take my bin out. Get rid of my rubbish as well, but I think I forgot. think I was just chilling downstairs for a bit. For a while. That's why I forgot. When I get back from a walk, it's I mean, the climate is definitely changing. Definitely. It's like I mean, it was cold in winter, but it just wasn't like super cold. Before it used to be super cold. And you know, summer just seems like it gets warmer earlier nowadays. I think what happens with weather, or with you know, year on year comparison of weather is you have cold spells at the start of the winter, and then it can either switch to cold spells at the end of the winter or maybe at middle, you know, like right switch like randomly within hundreds of years or decades. Because I think like cold and warm, there's like a reason behind it. Like it sort of like it has to go cold to like I don't know, freeze the microbes in place for a bit, and tire them out, and then it has to go warm to get rid of them. And sometimes it freezes the microbes early, and then it gets warmer and gives chance the microbes to like breed, and then the heat doesn't come till the end of the summer, so then they survive for a year and they can breed and evolve into nicer bacteria than like the bacteria that's going to kill you. You know, like they just battle it out. I think like the heat cycles are actually more important than we think. They definitely are. Yeah. The oceans are like a respiratory system. They have like funnels. Like you breathe in air through your nose, and it funnels it into your lungs, and then it like gets released into your lungs, and your lungs absorb elements, I suppose. It's the same with the oceans. Like there's little rivers of like streams underwater. It just flows like a river. I don't think there's any up or downhill. Well, yeah, there probably is up and downhill, but the pressures are so regulated that, like, the rivers under the oceans can flow up or downhill. It doesn't really matter. It'd be good to take an average of like the whole planet to see if they actually flow downhill more than uphill. I don't know how you would do that. I suppose it'd have to be a velocity equation. You have to take the velocity of all the streams. Would you call them streams? What would you call them? Underwater rivers in the ocean. Windpipe, water pipe. And they have like oceans underwater as well. They have like massive like bodies of oceans. Like it's a long, you know, and it all just sits there. Like still, basically still. And the outside just keep nibbling the nutrients from this like lake to feed the oceans, like it's a lung, and you like it's just picking bits of oxygen out or something. It just takes all the bloody minerals. Like, that actually makes me believe in God, and well, it makes me believe that an intelligent, a supreme being created the earth, created everything, and it doesn't at the same time. Yeah, like I've already made my mind up that I don't think, I don't know, God made the earth. I think it was a man, a being of some sort. And like the oceans acting like a respiratory system is like, you know, it works in a human, it works on a planet, so let's just do it with a human. Let's just do it with the planet. You know? Guessing they created the planets first. So the respiratory system designed on a planet is actually the blueprint for how to create humans. Or because he designed it like that, the man, that forced evolution to copy like animals and to copy that design subconsciously, because they were like, well, if I can breathe, I can constantly take nutrients in, and I can feed my multiplication of my cells and become a multicellular organism. Like all you really need to do is go, if I make this, and I give it enough time, other things are going to stem from it. Yeah, I believe like the alternate dimensions is just loads of different people eventually figuring out how to create a universe, basically. I think it's just like loads of like an infinite amount of experiments, and it's always happening. You know, one day one person on Earth might do an experiment and create a whole new universe, and it might be different. You know, they'll just put different parameters in place, so it'll work differently. Like maybe somebody will invent a bloody, I don't know, like a ghost universe where everything's just made out of clouds and everything can pass through everything, and everything has such low mass. A comet flying through the sky, what it'll just pass through a gas-shaped planet. Yeah. It'll be like, it'll have like the whole universe will be made up of like, you know, I don't know, probably still a lot. It'll still take a lot to create planet-shaped gas-shaped planets. And then you could have like, you know, microbes that join together and create like a human or an animal. But it's a ghost. So it can just, it can walk on the planet, can walk inside the planet. Probably won't be able to get out of the planet's gravity still, but it'd be easy to get out of the planet's gravity because gravity is so weak because there's no mass. So these microbes only have to like collect. It'd take them a long time to collect enough elements from gas. But I wonder if they could do it with a full planet. Yeah, I'm thinking of this because I'm trying to figure out a reason why something would fly. It's like some evolution of being that could propel itself with energy emitting from its body and somehow focus it so they could fly. Because I had a dream about flying, and I think it's real because you can only go so fast. You can focus it as as perfect as you want, but you can only go so fast. You might fluctuate a little bit, but it's like microns. You know, depending on how good you are at focusing the energy. If you get really good at it, you can probably do it better than most people. So I'm trying to think of like ways that you could actually fly by focusing your energy as a being of some sort. The only way I can think of doing that is if it were a gas universe, or like a very very spread out. Maybe that's what will happen in our universe. It'll get that spread out that everything will just be like dust, where it'll all like stick together. And humans won't exist, but something else might exist that can thrive in spread out dust. Some other being like a ghost. It'd have to be like some sort of what's the word, like bloody organisation of different processes in microbes. So like it'll be different types of microbes working together to create a being that works together. Each microbe has a specific job. And if you need more of them microbes, you go get them microbes, and then you can basically build whatever type of being that you want from the resources around you. And the evolution. I wonder if they could actually because they don't have a brain, so I wonder if they could actually organise themselves to evolve a certain microbe to what they need. What are the multicellular microbes called? Or are microbes multicellular? Yeah, microbes are multicellular. Amoebas. And single-celled organisms are just called single-celled organisms. Multicellular organisms. We must know a lot of microbes. We must know a lot of like stuff that microbes do by now. They must have like energy, like electrical impulses. So I wonder if you could actually create a computer with microbes. I think I've just invented something else. They've got a quantum computer. I'm not actually sure what that is. It's a computer that's like super fast because everything's super fast in a quantum level. Like your call them, the elements that your cells are made of are all vibrating, moving at stupidly fast speeds. I wonder how fast they're actually going. I suppose you can't actually measure it because they'll bang into each other and speed each other up and slow each other down all the time. So they're all going at different speeds. But that's what makes elements though. So they can't be always going at the same speed, can they? Actually, yeah, they can because the mass will just hold the speed or release the speed as necessary. So they just don't stop. It's like a linear path. That's fucking weird. I mean, that's because of time though. That were an interesting video that I watched. head around it at all. But they were talking about time as being like snapshots. So like everything that everything does on a molecular level and on and on a big scale is just like it's just like snapshots of the there is no like this is when the snapshot's gonna happen. It's just like there's just snapshots all the time. And every time a snapshot is made, it can be blurred. Like infinitely in any direction, and that's what the alternate realities are. It's like, you know, that snapshot's taken instantly, and it's like Chinese whispers, you know. As soon as you tell somebody the word, they make a different word. And it's inevitable, because once you like record reality by making that snapshot happen, instantaneously every other like action, all actions happen to it instantaneously to like I don't know, to make new snapshots. And that is time. Like time is not actually like I don't really know how to explain it. Well, you can't explain it. Like, everything has already happened, basically. Well, no, it hasn't already happened. Well, yeah, it has already happened. Every action that we are going to take is definitely going to happen. That's fate. It's already happened because reality's happened. So everything is like instantly created from that. So maybe that's what different dimensions are. They're actually not visible because as we see it, they haven't actually happened, because we only have a limited capability of what we can see what's happening right now. But everything's already happened, but maybe the alternate version of this reality is something that happens in our minds many universe creations in the future. Well, it's already happened. You know, we can do whatever we want, but that doesn't change the fact that whatever decisions we make, they've already happened. Probably many times. It's like the singularity. It's just like the singularity was created in 0 time. And there's like, you know, there is no time limit. You know, there's no like it was there, it wasn't there, and then 1 second later it was there. It was just there instantly. Because it can't be any other way. If there was time, that would mean there'd be mass, and that mass would it won't expand, it won't implode. Until the singularity happened. That's fucking crazy. It's impossible. Well, it's impossible for me to fucking figure out how to. I suppose there is just no time as we think it. And then that doesn't really make sense. It's just like somebody or something just. I don't know. Just willed it into existence. even that would take time, you know. Take time for him to go, now you exist, singularity. And there just can't be any time. In the snapshot theory, you know. It has to be that if there's alternate dimensions. It has to be, there is no time. Because if all the dimensions exist, as we say they do, then that means every possible outcome has already happened. And that means everything in our reality has already happened. What other way could you have alternate realities? Like a computer's just pumping out code all the time. But we know how many realities there is. You know? Infinity. And some people say like 12 or infinity is actually a number. That you can calculate things, you can actually come to a conclusion with infinity, which is fucking weird. You know, it's like infinity times x squared in brackets equals divided by 10, and it actually equals a number. It actually equals a number, but nobody knows what the number is. But it has to equal a number. And it's not infinite. Which is fucking strange. Infinity is not actually infinite. And it's not even... It's not even a number that doesn't end. It's actually... I don't even know how to fucking explain that. It's like a real number. It's like 1 or 2 or 3. But it has no answer. You know what I mean? In fact, do they use infinity to come up with the answer? Well, yeah, they do. The equation is the answer. Like the whole equation is the answer. You know, it's not a case of going, you know, do that equation and it equals 24 or something, you know. Fuck. Like the equation is actually the answer. And you just happen to have to use infinity to get the correct answer. I can't wrap my head around that at all. But I think that's what it is. Pretty sure that's what it means. How can infinity be its own number, you know? You can count infinitely, never stop, but that's not infinity. Like, infinity must mean that everything is already like created. If the equations are right, it means that everything's instantaneous, because it's like the only way infinity can be a real number is if everything was instantly created. And it's all there. That is super complicated to explain in English. Parallel universes. The same as parallel universes. I forgot about that. The only way you can know if there's parallel universes is if everything is already created. It's already done. Whatever happened, that's fate. You know, it's not the fate that you expect. Right? Like it's like fate to humans means I make a decision and the consequences of that the consequences of what happened because of that decision. That's the fate that we understand. But fate in the big scheme of things is everything's already happened. I can't actually explain that. I can't explain why it's right. But it's got to be. Can I explain why it's wrong? So that might be an easier question. Because reality is happening right in front of our eyes. And if there were parallel universes, there'd be a parallel version of me. Doing exactly the same thing. So which one happened first? Maybe they don't think there's parallel universes and alternate universes. Maybe they just think there's one or the other. I don't know. But yeah, I can't understand how there can be parallel universes because each universe would have to be created at exactly the same time. And like, you know, like why would it help? That'd mean there's a bloody linear time. But there can't be a linear time because everything that happens in front of our eyes is an alternate version of it happening at exactly the same time. Because it won't be the same. It won't be a parallel universe if it were created at a different time. it'd be an alternative universe. Well, maybe I'm just getting hung up on the words they use. But I can't think of any other way that an alternate universe and a parallel universe would be created. You know, are they created like 1 second ahead of each other? You know, or have they just got fucking millions of cameras? Or an infinite number of cameras? It's literally like a computer. You don't even turn it on. It's like it's always been on. It's like the program. Actually, maybe it's not always on. Maybe it just. Turned on once. But when can it turn on? There is no time scale for it to turn on. If you were stationary in time, let's say, as we think about it, how can anything? Maybe it reacts with time. But what is time? If time was unstable, it can't be unstable because there's no time. So the singularity needs time to manifest. I don't think it's a singularity. I think something else happened to create a singularity. Like you can't have space without time as well. So you can't like slice time in half or snap it, because that'll take time. Actually, you could snap space because it's a negative. It's an antimatter, so it doesn't actually exist until matter is created. Why would antimatter exist? Oh, that's why they came up with antimatter. And or dark energy. And what's it called? Dark matter. I forgot my train of thought now. That's why they invented dark matter and dark energy. Because it takes that much energy to create elements. All the elements in the universe. Without that, there isn't enough energy to create the real matter and everything in the universe. Does it exist before matter creation? Chicken or the egg? And then how the fuck did that come to existence? I mean, it's not existence. Negative matter is neutral with that. It's minus nothingness. How the fuck does that work? Back to infinity. I wonder if there's actually an equation for dark matter. What do you call it? What was it? Dark matter, dark energy. Salt. You can't see bloody they don't exist. Dark energy doesn't exist. Yeah, I wonder if there's an equation for the lack of dark energy. Right, so if you created everything at once, and there's no time. No, I forgot. I thought I fucking had it there for a second. I wonder if the expansion of the universe actually creates mass. They say they're not all the matter in the universe, well, in the visible universe actually. So if space is expanding, how can it be the same mass all the time? It'll go up, won't it? Unless that's how it works. That's how stuff is created in existence. Expansion. You can't expand anything. It's like your eyes, when your eyes like, well, actually that's not actually true. Your eyes can only see what's in front of it. instantly going, you know, that's that. That's probably instant. Shit, I think I've taken it out. Let's have a look. Don't think the ribbons are full. I need to get off the subjects, it's doing amazing. But I can't. God. Like God can't make everything in existence without time. Unless the act of pausing time actually is the thing that fuels it. Maybe something or everything causes a pause in time. And then everything instantly gets sucked into each other. In the quantum world. Because it has to get there. Like, it just evaporates instantly. That would actually do it. That would actually create a Big Bang. If you paused everything in time, everything instantly stops. I feel like gravity would be so immense that everything would just like instantly evaporate and create a new universe somehow. But expansion is speeding up. But they don't know if it's going to slow down. It's still speeding up now, but they don't know if it's going to slow down. Maybe it does slow down eventually and it just stops. It'd be like in slow motion though, because like the slower it goes, the slower it fucking can't get to the stop point. I don't think it's suck everything in together back in. you've still got to fucking get all that shit there to like to slow down time. We must be missing something. Some sort of science that we don't even know about yet. I mean, we're definitely missing a lot of shit, but that's the most important thing. That would actually be the meaning of life, if you could figure out I don't even know how to say what I'm trying to figure out. The starting of time, but it's not fucking starting. Unless we can find a reason for it starting. That singularity, like that just fades into existence. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a mechanic or something. You know, even God can't just create everything, because there's no time. There's no time to do it. Even if space existed before the singularity, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah. Like space must have had time to get there. And if there is no space, the singularity has nowhere to implode. That's actually too much. It's actually too much for my little brain to handle. I'm going. JoeKingAudits out, like and subscribe.